Thinking, still thinking.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are doing right now.
It looks like we're live. We are live. Bum, ba, ba, ba. This is Sue Greenwald with Awakened Stories here today with King Smarty. Hey, Smarty, how are you?
I'm fantastic. How you doing?
I'm doing awesome. Doing
That's a good
awesome.
thing. That's a good thing. That
Yep.
is a good thing.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So everybody's doing a whole lot of thinking nowadays, soul searching, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. It is working. Wow. I don't know if people know this. The last few times I've done a video, I couldn't even see our screen. Like, you know what I mean? I couldn't see the screen. Nothing was working, whatever. But now, today, it's working. Ah. So, all right.
Oh,
So, do you want to give us updates of what's happening on your end?
uh, well, there's a whole lot of things happening on our end. Um, right now we're working on getting a barndominium built up so that we can have a place we can call home and stop dealing with you know renting and stuff like that.
Yep.
And since I do have a 501c3, that's why I put out that
Right.
request for people to see if there's companies that are willing to donate
Right.
material and stuff to us.
Right.
Um, that way I can get all that stuff completed, and then we'll be more comfortable, so we don't have to keep running or not running, but going from place to place to place to place to place.
So,
So
so let's talk about what the Barndominium is. Like, what's the concept of it and what's it going to be used for?
okay, the concept of a barn dominium is to have a workshop and a living quarters. So that's why they're called barn dominiums. Most of them are people that have, businesses, people that do car work, people that have, excess junk that they need to store. Nothing stolen, by the way. Um,
Oh, just gotta add that in, yeah. Yeah.
but that's what it's for. So we have more room to do things and not have to worry about all of these, these bills that I have because
Right,
the product lines are growing. I need a place to store them and all this other stuff.
right,
So that that's what this is all about, building the barnuminium so that I'm comfortable and all of us here at the house are comfortable,
right, right.
which is just family. Um, so yeah, whatever information that you can find on it, anybody that wants a tax write-off to supply us property, we'll put it in writing for you. We'll send you the paperwork that you need, and then we'll get it done. We know we're going to get it done. So what I'm doing is throwing it out there because there's different avenues and different ways we can get it done. Um, we're even thinking about putting a claim into the treasury because they're supposed to be paying our debts, right? So there's many ways to do these things. So that's what we're going to do, all of them, to see which one Daddy wants to work for us.
Okay. So basically it's going to be the company of heaven slash Holotech headquarters for now. You'll
Mhm.
have inventory there, you'll have your packing and shipping area and offices, research and development area, that kind of thing. So there's going to be a lot going on in just one building, one well planned out building. Do you have a floor plan chosen already?
We do have floor plans of some houses. I haven't purchased any of them, but I'm looking at them.
Okay.
And basically it's just rooms and garages. I don't need an office because I work in the living room.
It would be nice if you had an office, I'm just saying, long as we're doing
Well, maybe I'll put some desk or something like that in my in
it.
one in one of the rooms then.
So basically, what we're looking for is volunteers that want to research, email, and call various companies to donate materials to create the barndominium. So, dirt, stone, pavers, wood, plumbing stuff, roofing, doors, windows, blah blah blah. Like,
Yeah,
anything you would need to build a decent size place.
yeah. Even like there's companies that do it all, like from start to finish. Even the drawings, the plans, and all that.
Right.
However, that costs money, and I don't have that money in my account right now. So if I did, I wouldn't be trying to get people to donate it. And it's just for my own peace of mind, so that I don't have to keep running around,
Right.
and I can focus on creating, because that's what I love to do.
Right.
I love to create these products for people. I love to create, and just have the free time to create. I have so many products that I haven't even got to because I'm too busy paying out these
Right.
crazy prices for just because of where I live at.
Yeah,
The prices are sky high where I live at.
totally.
At the end of the day, Daddy wants me here, so he always makes sure it's covered.
Right.
But now I want to consolidate everything and have it all in one area.
Right. Right. It
So we're
makes sense.
Yeah, so we're
Mhm.
not scattered, and that's the reason why we got the property in the first place, so that we do have living quarters and an area where I can produce, my garage, workshop, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
And
Okay.
we have all types of tools to create our own products. We just don't have a workshop. So we'll get it. We'll get it.
Okay. So if anyone wants to help with that project, we created a spreadsheet yesterday. I mean, I was moving fast, so you can contact me or whoever, and we'll put you on that. And any help is appreciated. So you can always contact me at suesawakenstories@gmail.com. If you have a question, I'll try to direct it to the right person. All right.
Yep, yep, yep,
Yeah.
yep.
All right. How are we coming with the truth? Blip.
With the honorable disclosure.
The source social is what I meant to say, but it almost popped out wrong again.
I'm glad.
Mm-mm.
I'm glad you were stopped. Your daddy does that, don't he? He just stops
Yeah.
us right in our tracks.
Yep.
But yeah, everything is being worked on.
Yep.
We had to do some modifications. We're still working to see what's good and what's not.
Right.
But I'm sure by now you're being people are realizing they can post whatever they want and
Right.
nobody's doing anything.
Right.
There's no fact checkers and shit like that.
Yeah.
Um, Plus, most of us see and know what's true anyway. So if you do post some bullshit, it'll be ignored.
Right. Okay. So, a lot of people have contacted me the past couple of days. They haven't been able to get in, and they're using a Gmail account or whatever still. So, what I've been telling them is to use Zoho, Zoho. Create it. It takes you like 5 minutes. Create a new email there. You can go into the source social, sign right up. When you get your confirmation email, for me, it went directly into the spam folder. But, all you have to do is go in there and then you're good, right? So that's the
Yeah.
way you can get set up, and then you just have to log in every time.
Yeah, I will say that even Zoho was causing issues
Yeah,
for people.
yeah,
And it's because they don't want this type of stuff out there. You got a free platform that is uncensored, so they of course they don't want it out there.
right, right,
And they're purposely saying, I mean, they're publicly saying things like, we want to control this, we want to control that. Speaking about control, I just watched a bunch of videos on people, the law enforcements, the policy enforcers just running into people's houses. And then they're saying that we don't need a warrant and all that stuff. So that's controlling type shit. That's against the Constitution. Last time I checked.
yeah.
So we got a lot of things happening, and the good news is that we got a lot of good things happening too. Most of the stuff that you're seeing that's getting people roused up
Yep.
was designed that way. It was staged. A lot of it staged. A lot of it was staged by them too, by the bad guys. A lot of it was staged by the good guys. The point that I'm making is it's not going down the way that they thought. Nothing. So they can stage whatever they want to stage. There's a worldwide internet out there, and there's certain things they can't hide. Um, that being said, it's all crashing down on them, and rightfully so, because they've been raping and pillaging the entire planet, and they've been doing it with impunity. Like if they had the okay by dad to actually do it,
Right.
and they don't have the okay by dad to do it. Um, so we have the okay by dad to eliminate them at all costs, and I don't have to leave my house to do what I do, so it's getting done. I will say that there is a group of individuals that have infiltrated the entire IDF, the entire Mossad, the entire CIA, and you will see actions of these things um, because of us posting it and revealing it and saying what I just said. They started looking for these infiltrators. So when they started looking for the infiltrators, then that gave us, the abilities to do something about that as well. So you're dealing with entities that are not of this realm, that are in multiple dimensions, and we warned y'all. And now that Trump is coming out of hiding, or should I say, now that Trump came out of hiding, and they said where he was located, which was in Russia. It also makes sense because we do know that from the mountains, from the mountaintops, there are tunnels to go to Russia. There's tunnels all around this district that take you to a specific location in the middle where all the different countries and counties or whatever you want to call it meet. Some bad, some good. So there's layers and layers of tunneling systems. Some are used by the dark ones, some are used by the good guys. That being said, we already gave him the way out. He just has to follow what Daddy tells him to do. There is about 4 million of them that will be arrested. One of them was just arrested. I think y'all seen me X him out. That individual is involved in a lot of dark shit, and all of that stuff is coming out too.
Okay.
And see, you can see where these people. Once you see me post them, y'all should be researching them because then y'all know where he's at, who he is, what he did, he or she. A lot of it is leading back to all of the different churches, the different organizations, Israel, the Rockefellers, the cabal, all of these fraudulent courts and shit like that. So at the end of the day, what Dad wants to happen will happen. And it's called a full honorable disclosure and restoring the earth and putting a system together that's true and fair without the corruption. Because that's where we're at right now. A lot of corruption everywhere. A lot of it. And you're seeing it, you're witnessing it. Look, just like the recent post I just made of Netanyahu not going to court or not going to his trial. That Dad said that's not true. Dad said they want people to believe that because they don't want people to know the truth. So if the man goes to court, then gets convicted, and then gets executed or whatnot, for just that, because he's got other charges, right? If he gets to the point where he does get executed and they can hide it, then they can easily clone him again, or can they?
Love it.
Or can they?
You said so much in the last 5 or 10 minutes. You told us there were, I don't remember the number, 1,000 angels, was it? That were tasked to do a specific thing. Is that kind of what you're alluding to, that they've been infiltrating?
It was 100,000.
100,000.
However, that's separate from the guys that are actually regular everyday folks who's tired of the shit.
Yep.
Kind of like the red hat guys.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
they're tired of the shit. They see what's going on. They had enough of, they had enough of it,
Yeah.
and they're doing their thing. And they also been empowered by Daddy and I. Daddy tells me to make sure they get the job done. They get the job done,
Okay. Okay.
and it don't matter what race they are either.
So
So
what you're also saying is that some of these things we've been witnessing are staged by either side, the bad guys or the good guys. So that clarifies some of the contradictory information we're seeing out there.
right,
Okay.
he
All right.
told me he told me clearly it was staged.
Okay. And the bad Trump was arrested slash we don't know what happened to him, but the good Trump is in Russia. He's got choices to make, and we're just gonna do whatever we do, waiting for that. We're gonna carry on, right?
Right, that's right,
Okay.
that's right. That the army, the soldier that just recently came out, William Sasha Riley.
Yeah.
Okay, well, his stories and his testimonies is what's helping, to give all the people the morale or the energy that they need to continue, because everything he said was very real.
Okay.
And he was all up in this area. If you listen to the recordings and stuff. And I always say that there's a group of us down here that cannot be killed no matter what.
Right.
If you listen to his stories, you would be able to tell that he's one of them, because he was kept alive multiple times to tell his story. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Everything else I'm saying is becoming more and more clear on how, no matter what they do, they can't kill us.
Okay. So was it the bad Trump or the fake Trump that molested him and did all those things, or was it the real Trump?
Well, it appears to be the real one. However, I'll have to double check on that.
Okay.
Um, and I only say that because Dad had told us there was a little boy.
Right.
So I had to get more clarity on that to see which one it actually was. But either way, as long as Trump does what he's supposed to do, he can blame it on the bad one, huh? But then
Okay.
he would have to show evidence that it wasn't him. Because no matter what you do, you still have there's a higher council.
Okay. Well, I haven't really been paying much attention to what is going on in politics because I know it's so like what we see out there in social media. Again, always a lie, always twisted,
Right.
nothing real. It gives you a flavor what they're saying though, but it's kind of a waste of time to get really like drawn in, you know. So like I know the surface level, but I'm not spending a lot of time worrying about that because there's a bigger picture at play here.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
That is correct. So we shall see. We shall see all of it played out, all of it getting played out, and a lot of them are involved in it all. And the sad part is, you got good guys within the ranks who are witnessing everything that they're seeing, and they want out too.
Yeah.
You know, especially
Yeah.
especially if you're a loving father and have children, and then you're witnessing what these guys are doing, and then are forced to fucking stay shut about it. That literally eats people up inside, like literally. So yeah, it's going down. They're crumbling, and all of their attempts to interfere with everything Daddy wants done is just stupid at this point.
And did you say there were 4 million that will be arrested? 4 million?
4 million worldwide.
Okay. And then that's it?
Yeah, we're at the last stages of this.
Okay. Like part of me is like 4 million is a lot, and the other part is like, that's not so many.
Well, I mean, think about it. Look at all the people. Look at all the people protesting.
Yeah.
If all those people protesting go knock on a particular person's door and tells them to change, their opinion on things, nothing they can do about it.
Yeah.
That's why they created militias and stuff like that, because of tyrannical governments and
Right.
shit.
Right.
So and the fact still remains that the laws that were forced upon us ain't Daddy's laws anyway.
Right.
So at this point, you're getting what you deserve, no matter what judge says anything.
Okay. All right. Now, we know here in the US, at least, we're getting blasted with this extremely cold weather. All right. It's excessively cold, and we're seeing reports all over of fake snow, which we know we've had that for years. All right. So, and we're seeing, people have fake snow all over. What is the purpose of this storm? Is it distraction? I mean, what do you think
Well, you gotta. I've said it before, a few times, and you gotta look at it as a business.
the oil, electricity, heat,
Insurance damages,
extra eggs and milk?
blah blah blah, blah
Yeah.
blah blah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
when you want to create more income for yourself, you create these type of things. You create these type of issues.
Right. Okay.
When I want to create incomes for myself, more income for myself, I produce something that actually helps and heals people.
Right.
These motherfuckers are doing the opposite. And because we all know that the insurance companies is all bullshit, it's a fucking scam. Um, Now you got thousands of people paying into insurance, and they can't even fix their houses, or the insurances won't pay them because there's nothing about snow damage. So it's all a lot. It's all a big fucking shit show. Plus, if they can kill a couple of people while they're at it, and harvest their bodies and put it inside of a burger, it's more money for them. Like, these are literal half breed and reptilians, blah blah blah, that are doing all this, thinking
Right.
thinking it's okay.
Right.
So there's a lot of factors in it all.
All right. So by creating this storm, have the light forces been picking up where the energy weapons and the causes of the storm are?
That's one thing we do. That's exactly what we do, and we also eliminate it. Um, we eliminate the ones Daddy wants us to eliminate, while allowing others and other well allowing different things to be exposed.
Right. Okay.
The best part about it all is that this planet does belong to Dad and I, and we have been collecting evidence for the last 10 years. Actually, more than that, because you got the good guys, you got the good ETs, you got the angelics, you got all of these different dimensional beings that's been watching you motherfuckers for the whole time. And we're just sitting here collecting evidence and evidence and evidence and evidence and evidence. So you know as well as I know, the best way to affect changes is using their own system against them. So now we'll use their systems to sue them all. And with the lawsuits comes the changes. Does that make sense?
Yep. A further way to take their money.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's literally where we're at with it.
Okay. So, in addition to being evaporated, eliminated, they'll be sued and they'll lose all their worldly possessions.
Right.
Okay.
So we confiscated multiple things from them in multiple ways. You know, some of it was by force. Some of it was using the laws. You know, when you're convicted of being a fucking pedophile, you pretty much, oh, child trafficking, pedophile, murder. Yeah, you lost everything. You pretty much forfeited it all, confiscated just by that. You know what I mean? So you they done lost it all. And you know, there's good people out here like myself that are out here in the public, and you know, we're I'm here to be the target because once you target me, it's over for you.
Okay. Okay. Anything else current event wise you want to talk about?
Well, there's so many things happening. We can go with Q&A, and then I'll you know, do put everything in between.
Okay, super cool. Two quick calendar questions. One, spring equinox. Do we change our clocks ahead?
We will when it's all said and done, but then it will stay like that when Daddy wants it to stay like that.
Okay.
That's already in the works.
Okay. And since the calendars will be changed, will that affect the zodiac signs? Well, duh.
Well, yeah, those are bullshit signs anyway. So what
Yeah.
does it matter?
Well, what I usually tell people is that, our solar system is different than we've been told, right?
Right.
Radically different. So none of that is true anyway. Although I will say it seems true, like it seems to fit the personality, but it's not true. Okay. All right. I have seen quick little videos the past few weeks of August 12th. There's going to be a 7-second gravitational anomaly. True. Yeah. A lot of fear going. It's fear
Why?
mongering.
Why wait? Let's just do it now.
Well, it's one of those things. Well, The Simpsons said this, so it's got to be true, right?
Yeah, they also said Trump was supposed to die. He's still
Yeah.
alive.
Yep. Okay. Okay. Sometimes a Jedi will wake up with sores, cuts, bruises, or whatever. And the question is, do the Jedi, is the Jedi on a mission and comes back too soon and those wounds aren't able to heal? Like the question is really, why does the injury still sustain from our dream state into the physical reality?
It's more of a evidence that you actually are doing it.
Oh, it's evidence.
Yeah, because if I tell you that you guys leave your bodies and some of y'all go out to places you have no fucking business in,
Yeah.
and then you get your ass whooped, and then you come back and all sore, what did you do? Why'd you do it? Where'd you go? And it's the same question all the time. Well, I don't know. Do you really? Do you really don't know? Your ass said you wanted to go do something before you fucking fell asleep, right?
So are you saying that when we come back with injuries, we've gone where we're not supposed to?
Yeah, lots of times. There's been many times of stories where well, not stories, where Jedi's literally went too far, and I had to bring them back.
Right, right,
Because they wanted to be more than what they wanted to bite more than what they can chew on.
right, right.
So that being said, we had to bring them back, and I had to constantly warn them about it. Um, I mean, think about it. How many of the Jedi's didn't want to listen who are no longer with us?
A lot of them.
Right.
A lot of them. Yeah.
So you there's certain things people cannot do. And one of them is listen. That's just wrong. But yeah, that's what keeps you, that's what gets you all messed up,
Yeah.
especially when I'm telling you and educating you and teaching you that there is multiple dimensions to this. There is multiple beings out there, and if they catch you slipping, they will get your ass.
All right. So, what should a person experiencing this do before bed? Like, should they say, I just want to stay in this realm or dimension? Like, what should they do?
Well, you could just say things like, Father, Daddy, God, um, let your will be done. That alone protects you from wherever you go or wherever He wants you to go.
Hmm, that seems easy.
It is easy,
Shockingly easy.
literally. And that's another thing. People make things so fucking difficult. Like,
Yeah.
you know, let me sit in Indian style and meditate for an hour so see if God will talk to me.
Yeah.
What?
I have a good friend of mine that meditates about 3 or 4 hours. He gets up at like 3 in the morning to meditate. And I'm like, no.
I think I meditated like 3 or 4 times for like 30 minutes. And that's only because Dad made me.
That's great. Well, there is something really, you feel so calm and at peace after meditation, and you get so much great content. It's a way of quieting the outside world, and many of us have to do that.
Yeah, not me. I was like, Daddy, can I go yet? Can I go yet? Can I go now? Just a couple more minutes. Come on, man.
That's great.
But he had me do it because by me doing it set the course of history to a specific timeline. So
Yeah,
that's the only reason why he had me do it.
yeah.
Which you know which makes sense if you understand how you can change realities. So that's what he had. That's things like that is what he has me do. Recently, they've been doing so many things all over the world and all over the internet where it just got like yeah, something's definitely wrong here. Who's doing this shit? And then we had to sit back, see everything for what it was, eliminate a few things, and bring us right back to Dad's perfect timeline. You have to understand, we're literally in a spiritual dimensional battle, and these motherfuckers constantly working to enslave humanity. So now you know why I'm constantly working. Whether it's talking to somebody, creating a product, educating somebody, hitting things with B, talking to certain people about certain things. It's all a part of Daddy's mission. I literally don't waste my time at all. Even when I'm going through one of the social media platforms and looking at certain things and certain people and blah blah blah, it's all a part of Dad's mission. I don't waste my time for shit. And when he pops something up in my head, he shows me something. Next thing you know, it's right there, and then I go take care of it and educate the people, places, and things, and move forward with it all.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, I'm staying weird.
And this is a side question, but just by what you said, it popped in, so I'm going to ask it. You've said before that you've gone back in time and changed the timeline or changed an event or whatever. Did the US, we'll say, win World War II?
No,
So the Germans actually won World War II.
can't you tell?
I can tell, but we're taught the opposite.
Right. Same thing with everything else. Fucking lies.
Yeah. So just like the next question, did the US win the Revolutionary War to gain freedom from England way back when? The answer is we think we did, but did we? No.
The answer was actually yes. However, yeah.
Call me
So
a liar.
no. You're not a liar. Let me explain.
Okay.
The answer was yes. However, they put in a bunch of individuals infiltrated the people
Right.
that were in power at that time. That's why there's two constitutions. Two. People don't know that there's two. One is the original that has the 14th, the 5th, 14th Amendment with the original stuff, and then you got the fake one, which is what we're under.
Ah,
So the answer is yes. However, it was infiltrated, changed.
right.
So yeah,
Yeah.
we're going back to that, which is why common law. Um, no foreign entity can hold public office. That was one of the main ones. I think that was the last one. Where is it? Why are these motherfuckers in office?
No.
Why do they have dual citizenship? See what I mean?
I do. I've been watching that for years, wondering how they're getting away with it. Well, we know how. They're judges. Or everyone's doing the same thing. Yeah. Yeah.
They're controlling everybody down here with fake money,
Yeah.
right? And because they're the ones that control the fake money, so they have fake wealth, and that's how they're doing it. They're paying people off to be quiet. That's how a certain individual we know don't have his children because people were paid with fake money.
Right.
So yeah, it's all being exposed, and there is a higher power. Um, like the one, like the video I posted last night, where the lady, yeah, I think it was last night, where the lady was trying to do a video about witchcraft, and then a witch
Ah,
pops up and says, "I'm a witch," and then she says, "Well, the young lady says, well, you need Jesus,' something like that." And
yeah.
then she says, well, if Jesus was here, none of this shit would be happening. Well, the reason why it's happening is because he is here and he's exposing it all and also protecting the ones that aren't supposed to die because of their next missions after they done with this one. So we're all going to come together and we're all going to continue to liberate the planet, the entire planet, not just this district. So yeah, it's a fucking shit show, and we're literally putting the icing on the cake as we speak.
Okay. Okay. All right. Next question. Are doctors taught that their diagnoses manifest our sicknesses? So you'll notice when somebody goes to the doctor for an issue and they're saying you have X, Y, and Z disease, all of a sudden the person can focus on that disease and it comes on even faster and stronger. Are the doctors taught about that at all?
No, they're not. They're only taught in medicine, and because everybody trusts them so much, they themselves are creating the problem
Right.
because the power of the humans to manifest.
Right. Right. Okay.
So a lot of the doctors go in to heal people, and there are some that literally get compromised and get taught other things because they are a part of the bar associations, which is a part of the English crown,
Right.
right?
Right.
So unfortunately, they go in to do good and then they end up doing bad. Another thing to take into consideration, um, a lot of these individuals that do get accepted are of a particular group of individuals, family, friends that have been in it for a long time. If you look in some of the areas around the different countries around, you'll see that Bob, Billy, Joe, and John are cousins and they all work in the same store or the same factory or the same law enforcement or the same this or the same that, a bunch of fucking inbreds, right? Instead of getting quality people, they put people in there that they can control and they have a family history,
Right.
right? So that's how they've been doing all this stuff at the same time, controlling all of it because you're not going into this job, you're not getting this job, even though you qualify. But my cousin over here, he'll do whatever the fuck I tell him to do.
Okay.
So that's why we in the fucking problem. We have the problems we have because of them doing stuff like this.
Right. Well, you're showing us video too of towns that are exclusively one group and they're privately owned and run towns. They're getting a lot of public assistance from our government, but they've got, everything set up for their benefit.
Right, 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 right.